Hi, I'm Enchanting Newbie Annette. I'm going to share a heartbreaking news story about an adolescent girl whose consistent vaping habit caused her health to deteriorate. Sarah Griffin, a 12-year-old girl from Belfast, Ireland, used to be full of vitality. And as a typical adolescent, Sarah was very talkative, spontaneous, and carefree. On a Sunday night, Sarah wasn't feeling well. She was coughing continuously, and Sarah's parents figured that her asthma was triggered by the change in weather, which was typical. But Sarah's breathing became scarce by Monday morning, and throughout the night, Sarah was taking her inhaler and nebulizer. Mary Griffin, her mother, had taken her other child to school. However, Sarah called her mom from home because she felt scared about her breathing levels. It was getting harder and harder for her. On the second call, Sarah was completely out of breath. She barely could finish her sentences. Soon after, Sarah was rushed to the hospital emergency room and placed in an induced coma. Now, before I continue with this news story, remember to hit the notification button, like and subscribe to my channel to view relevant content, and please share. Now let's continue. Sarah was having extreme difficulty to breathe for several reasons. She had an infection, a severely damaged lung affected negatively by her asthma condition. At the Royal Victoria Hospital in Northern Ireland, nurses reported to her mom that Sarah's oxygen levels were very, very low. When Sarah's x-rays were evaluated by the physician, it showed a detrimental concern. The physician told Sarah's parents that one of Sarah's lungs was so injured the other lung was working twice as hard, just so the other lung could function. This lung injury elevated her asthma, and in total, Sarah's health issues increased her stress levels. My question is, how long was Sarah vaping? And did her parents know of her vaping habits? Now, these vaping pens and products are easy for kids to hide. They don't have a chemical smell. The scents are like fruits. And this is so unfortunate. A young, healthy child is now fighting for her life because of vaping. Online reports show that about 85% of children ages 12 to 17 use e-cigarettes, especially with flavors. These children are using vaping pens in school. Oftentimes, they are smoking in the bathrooms, stairwells, and hidden areas in school buildings during and in between class periods. Teachers and other school staff usually won't see them. And according to the head of public health at NICHS, Fidelma Carter states the biggest misunderstanding about vapes is that they are harmless compared to cigarettes. She went on to say this is not true, and this message needs to change to prevent more young people from taking up and getting addicted to vaping because they think they are risk-free. Some of the long-term health implications are unknown still, just as they were when there was tobacco first on the market. Additional ailments from vaping are vapor's tongue, shrinking male private parts beginning with the letter T, heart issues, collapsed lungs, etc. For those of you unfamiliar with the term vapor's tongue, this happens when people vape occasionally or often. Their tongues and additional areas around the mouth become inflamed. As this condition worsens, this habit changes tissues on the molecular level. Sometimes vapor's tongue lasts 1 to 3 days or even up to 2 whole weeks. Now, during this time, people who vape aren't able to taste vape juice or even experience their regular foods the same way. That's a huge effect. Also, the vape pens consist of heavy metals like lead, tin, and nickel. We know these metals are hazardous to our body's organs, the brain, and nerves. Slowly over time, it causes so many diseases. Vaping has a percentage of nicotine. Nicotine definitely affects a smoker's brain development under 25 years old. Besides nicotine, there's formaldehyde, usually made in common household products. And these items are found in soaps, body wash, glues, adhesives, laundry, and dish detergents. When children are vaping so young, their brain cells are affected until they're 25 years old. However, it's addictive. Research studies reveal that vaping can be harder to stop than people who use regular cigarettes. So even when parents and our educators give the children heads up about the health risk, these young children are hooked on these vaping chemicals, nicely packaged in these very colorful, glamorous looking pens. In Sarah Griffin's case, her parents could have asked her directly about vaping and have a conversation about the health risk from vaping. And if they needed confirmation or suspected that she was untruthful, they could have taken her to the doctor for multiple lab tests. These methods of testing Sarah by obtaining, for example, a sample of her blood, saliva, hair, and urine. All of these options would have tested positive for nicotine use. So any parent with children under 18 years old, you can test them without their permission. I know some of you may have kids who will want to resist or make excuses to avoid being found out. But truth does come to light. The evidence will be shown in lab reports. And I truly hope that Sarah Griffin's health will recover fully. She is so young with many more years ahead of her to explore her life purpose. I hope she can enjoy living while breathing naturally. And may Sarah's health condition have a positive turnaround so she can share more time with her family and friends. Please leave your comments below. I would like to hear your feedback about this story. And remember to hit the notification button, like and subscribe to my channel. Share, share, share. Thanks a million and stay safe wherever you are.